Just as the cities are the engines of the economic boom, so too they are the cauldrons of cultural change. It is in the major cities that the new China is emerging. The urban population has higher education and greater economic power. Culture is changing very fast. Driven by rising incomes and constant exposure to Western and other external influences, the city dwellers are no longer living in Mao's kingdom of darkness. Once Deng opened the doors to the world, a tsunami of new cultures swept into China and are changing it forever. The traditional Chinese deference to the family, the group and the state is being eroded by a more individualistic attitude. Music has led the way for free speech since Tiananmen. Whilst many visual artists felt the backlash of the Tiananmen crackdown, music continued to be a great source of cultural expression and of thinly veiled political dissent. The sudden tidal wave of information, products and concepts that swept into China has filled Mao's cultural vacuum. From this cultural stew comes the new wave in architecture, the white tile, and its comrade in crime, blue glass. Blue glass and white tiles adorn every building from Guangzhou in the south to the heights of Tibetan villages, like some nightmare from a modern kitchens magazine. Contemporary visual artists are ignored in China. Exhibition spaces accommodate party-sanctioned artists only. Modern painters sell their work to foreigners, a difficult task for an unconnected artist. Many styles, many messages. Calligraphy rings through the art, reconnecting with an artistic culture thousands of years old.
的一种东西，我觉得它就是很当代不存在过去的。如果要过去，仅仅是一个时间上的概念。当然，如果它从内容来看，我觉得还是很当代的，就老子的思想我们看了西方的所谓的现代派的东西，我觉得在我们过去的这种哲学里面，它已经包容了，都有了。也就是说，现代只有对这种思想进行重新的这种翻译或者一种重新的一种解释，也就是对它重新发掘，要整理，所以我们要做的工作就是把这种我们传统当中的很好的东西把它表现出来，因为我觉得这个东西它就是很优秀的，而且就是很当代的。
Experimental and leading-edge artistic movements receive no financial or institutional support. They are the new China. Outside the iron rice bowl, they are independent of the state and contemptuous of it. Educated Chinese have long been a silent class. The scholars have been too badly beaten to quickly start shouting. Tiananmen was a brief blossoming and a heavy reckoning, but the silence may again be breaking. Recent comments by Beijing University intellectuals and party members called for political reforms, including national referendums and the need for free elections. Perhaps a cautious sign of tolerance.
大的方向，我觉得都会越来越好，而且越来越深。不能让这一点来说的话，我觉得外国人看中国永远是梳小辫子、戴瓜皮帽的，以后这种感觉越来越少。其实没有什么区别。
Apart from the ongoing ups and downs of the economic yo-yo, Hong Kong seems to have changed little in the year preceding the handover. How long will its sweet life last? As long as heaven and nature lengthens it, or as long as Beijing likes it? Beijing immediately took steps to bring Hong Kong into line by dissolving the democratically elected legislature and replacing it with a Beijing-approved version. It is these sedition laws that have been used by Beijing to repress protest and dissent in China proper. Will they now do the same in Hong Kong? And what of freedom of speech? Numerous newspapers have already changed to a more Beijing-friendly editorial style. Other media companies, including Reuters, have moved their operations elsewhere. Hong Kong journalists will think very carefully before writing negative articles about Beijing, as the newly passed sedition laws could see them jailed for speaking the truth. Will the independent rule of law continue? Or will China install its own bent justice? Will the temptation be too great for corrupt party members, wanting to dip their sticky fingers in the sweet Hong Kong pie? The good news for Hong Kong is that China needs money. Hong Kong is the single largest investor in China, contributing 2/3 of total foreign investment. At the recent 15th Party Congress in Beijing, China reaffirmed its commitment to the free market and the capitalist system. Beijing's reliance on economic growth to placate social unrest means they need Hong Kong to continue business as usual and to remain the communists' cash cow.
习惯，应该是用另外的一种眼光，因为最起码是一种平等的